my channel. So we're going to be continuing on with my ABCs of horror today. If you're new to the channel, what I'm doing is I'm going from A all the way through to Z with movies starting with those letters. So today we're on to C. So thank you very much for tuning in, and hey, if you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for sticking with me as I go through the ABCs of horror. But let's kick on with the letter C. Okay, so we're going to be kicking off with the letter C, and we're going to be looking at Chernobyl Diaries. This is my copy here. It's a Blu-ray, digital and DVD copy. A few special features on it which are pretty cool. A Chernobyl conspiracy viral video which was really interesting. Yuri's Extreme Tours infomercial which was a lot of fun to watch. There is also an alternate ending and a deleted scene. I won't be looking at the alternate ending, but I will be discussing the ending of this film. So if you have not seen it, spoiler alert. Okay, so Chernobyl Diaries, it came out in 2012. It was directed by Brad Parker. It stars Jesse McCartney, Jonathan Sadowski, Olivia Taylor-Dudley, Nathan Phillips, Devon Kelly, and a few others, to say the least. The plot involves 6 tourists who hire an extreme tour guide, Yuri, who takes them to the abandoned city of Pripyat. For those that don't know, that's the former home of all the workers at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. During the tour, strange things starts to happen, and they soon realize that they are not alone. Okay. Now, I'll go straight into the pros of this film as I usually do, what I liked about it. There's no real soundtrack to this film. Okay, there's a couple of songs in it. At the very start, there's a song which is well known, so I just can't think of the name of it. But other than that, there's one other scene which stands out, which has some music score to it, but there's no real soundtrack at all. For the most part, it's just complete silence and background noise, especially while they're in Pripyat. It is mostly silence. You do hear water dripping, you hear water running, you hear leaves crunching, or if they make a sound. So it's that ambient sound that really sets this movie apart. Really well done, and it does create an effective atmosphere. It makes it very tense and nerve-wracking in certain scenes, which I really did enjoy. As you know from previous videos, I think sound is a very important part in creating atmosphere. If you are missing sound, or if you put too much, music, which, for this type of film does not suit, it takes you right out of it and you lose that tension. This film does a really good job of creating that tension by minimizing the music and just utilizing really good sound. Now, however, that, does come into the cons as well. So what I didn't really like about it was the camera work. It starts from shaky cam to steady cam, and it gives it a really, inconsistent feel to the entire movie. Like, it starts out almost like a found footage film. They're going on a tour, all through Europe from America, and you've got a found footage sort of montage opening scene. Then it kind of goes into a movie style. So it kind of flips back to the movie style, where it's just, a director with a camera looking at them. But then at another part where they're in Pripyat, it kind of flips to a almost on-the-run documentary style, guerrilla filmmaking kind of look, which really did, take you out of it. I felt personally. What I also didn't like was that it needed more gore and mutants. So like I said, this will be a bit of a spoiler alert. So the movie's main antagonists are the mutants, who are the people who had been living there, who refused to leave, who have been mutated by radiation from the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. And they're the antagonists of the film. They're terrorizing the tourists and whatnot. We don't know why. There's never any reason given as to why. But I felt like we needed more of them, and we needed more of what they were doing to their characters. One scene where one of the tourists, you find her later on, and she's just dead. Like there's nothing, like she's just dead, like almost like she died of fright or something like that, which may be a thing, but it would have been better if, you know, there was maybe a missing arm or something. Yuri, however, like I said, there is a great scene where they find what's left of his body, and it's just decimated. Like it's a pile of meat, basically. So that would have been good. And like I said, seeing more of the mutants would have also been really good as well. But it definitely leaves it open for a sequel, or maybe a prequel set after the, you know, maybe in the 90s or something like that, and said, you know, after the disaster, but as the people are, you know, still there. Yeah, that would be pretty cool, I think. So overall, I'm going to give this movie a 7 out of 10. It is a really good movie, has a lot of effective moments in it, and it does build the tension quite well, but it's just, the cons do bring it down a little bit. Like I said, the camera work and the lack of gore and mutants take it away from me. But there you go, Chernobyl Diaries from 2012. I do recommend you give it a watch. It is a good movie, a lot of fun to watch. So thank you very much for watching this today. We'll be back next week with the letter D. So do make sure you keep an eye out on my Instagram, because I do put questionnaires and polls up on there to find out what movie you guys want to see me review. So thank you very much again. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks very much. Have a great day. Bye.